been thinking a lot lately about marriage, relationship, life, and everything, but mostly marriage. And there's this one thing that has been coming back to my mind as I think about marriage is oneness. Hi everyone, my name is Damilola, also known as Kenny. Welcome back to Work with Dami. If there's anything I've been thinking about lately is marriage and how marriage is falling apart in today's generation of society. But I think people are missing out the idea of marriage. Oneness does not mean losing yourself. It doesn't mean you should lose yourself in a marriage. And I think people misunderstood the idea of oneness in marriage. Oneness in marriage doesn't mean you should lose your individuality, your identity, your personality, or the both of you should become identical. That is not what that means. To me, also oneness is being united, yes, and also two people learning how to live together, how to move together, with them being fully themselves. And I honestly think that's an important balance. Yes, and a healthy relationship should allow two people grow individually, also together. And I would say that's the greatest kind of connection that you both could create in your relationship. Also, the second thing is communication. Yeah, communication is more deeper than talking. And I genuinely think that communication is one of the strongest or the most important thing in any successful relationship. Communication is one of the foundation, and this is to say that sometimes people do not just stop loving, they just do not feel like they are being understood by their partner. So lack of communication can bring the fact that you just feel like, oh, this person does not understand me. When one partner starts feeling like, oh, this person is not listening again, or the other person is not expressing their self honestly, that is where emotional distance comes in. And emotional distance can damage any relationship when you feel distance, that this person is not listening or this person isn't expressing themselves. And honestly, I think good communication is much better than talking every day. As good communication is deeper than just talking every day. It's make the other person feel emotionally safe. The other person feels understood or feels like this person really listening, and that kind of communication creates closeness between partners. Also, I would say being content with whatever you have with your partner, with however you feel like they look. Be content with them, and comparison can kill contentment. I must say, social media does more good than harm to this kind of comparison. I mean, because we constantly see highlights of other people's relationship, other people's marriage, and we start comparing our partners to them. Actually realizing it, social media cause or creates dissatisfaction. And I think contentment is really important in any relationship. Not settling for less or not settling for unhealthy thing, rather than not settling for less, not settling for unhealthy thing, but learning how to appreciate nature and value what you already have instead of constantly looking elsewhere. Comparison can slowly steal joy, and I think a lot of us underestimate how damaging that can be emotionally. So yes, be content with your partner and whatever you both have. Value them, nurture them, love them, appreciate them. Equality does not mean sameness. Another thought I have heard about marriage is equality in marriage. Personally, I believe that man and woman are equal in dignity, value, and importance. So I do not necessarily believe that equality means that both people have to be the same every way. I think both people can bring different strengths in relationship, and honestly, differences is no weakness. Differences create balance. One person may provide emotional strength in different season, another person provides strength in another different season, and that creates balance. I think also in relationship creates space for both partners to contribute, because relationship is partnership, not contest. Intentionality matters. I honestly think one of the biggest things a relationship needs is intentionality. Being intentional about listening, being intentional about understanding each other, being intentional about showing patience, being intentional about respect, being intentional about kindness, being intentional about honesty, because no relationship will ever be perfect. But effort matters, and honesty, consistency matters as well. People feel loved when they are being considered intentionally, not accidentally. Yeah, final thought, I'm still thinking deeply about these things myself. Third, honestly, I think relationship become more healthier when people focus less on performance and focus more on deep connection, caring, loving, unity, and peace. Standing and caring for each other, loving and respecting each other, being kind to each other. Because where you feel like, oh, the love is driven, then that if you marry a kind person, that kindness will surpasses the love. I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. I think relationship become healthier when genuine connections is involved and not performance. And yeah, thank you for listening up to now. And those are actually my thoughts. I did genuinely want to hear what you think about this because I would love to hear your own perspective on this. Yeah, thank you.